You're probably ready to get outside, get moving, maybe play a sport, maybe even run a 5K, or maybe you just want to put on a pair of sandals and enjoy the sunshine. Either way, you want to make sure that your feet look and feel great. So we're talking about the things that you need to keep in mind with Dr. Michael Price. He's a podiatrist at Triad Foot and Ankle Center in Greensboro and a member of the Cone Health Medical Group. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How's it going?
So it's going great, and hopefully people have been taking care of their feet throughout the winter. You want to make sure you don't have any problems. What should you avoid when you're getting out and getting active for the spring?
Sure. So most times in the spring, people really try to break out some of the different shoe gear, like the flip-flops and sandals and things like that. And some of those are just not the most supportive for our feet at all. So I really recommend wearing flip-flops that are a little more supportive, that have a little bit more of an arch support, a little bit more of a cushioned heel. That tends to help to keep things like plantar fasciitis away.
You can actually hurt yourself by getting the cheapest flip-flops you can find.
You can.
Whereas spending a little more money, maybe you can get something that's going to treat your feet better.
Absolutely. So whenever it comes to buying shoes, really you don't want to just go for the cheapest because you'll end up paying for it later. A well-made shoe really can be very, very good for your feet and make sure that you don't have any problems later on.
How do you know something is well-made? I think people look at it and they go, well, it all looks the same to me.
Sure.
But you want something that's going to last and I guess keep that support over the weeks and months ahead.
Absolutely. So whenever you're getting a new shoe, you want to make sure that you test it out. Make sure that it is flexible, but not too flexible. You should never be able to, completely bend it in half. That is something that doesn't have any support to that sole at all. You don't want it to be too stiff, however. So really, looking for just well-made brands like sneakers tends to be the best option.
Okay. And a lot of ladies like to go out and get pedicures and things like that. You say that we need to watch what's happening there too. You want to make sure that your feet are healthy when it comes to your toes.
Absolutely. So whenever you get a pedicure, there's a couple things that I keep in mind. Number one, if you really like to get them, invest in your own instruments. So investing in your own instruments helps to make sure that you know that you're not going to get too much of an infection or things like that. Also, as much as some of us like to have them push our cuticles back, our cuticle is a natural barrier against infection.
Okay.
And so whenever that gets pushed back, that can predispose you to having problems with infections there.
So it's there for a reason.
It is there for a reason, and it's very important. And our skin is very important to help prevent infections. And some of the other infections that we can get, especially when we can get pedicures, are infections of our nails. And so nail fungus is very common. And so make sure that whenever you, if you don't bring your own instruments, that the instruments are sterilized properly. Make sure that they come in sterile packs, and so that we know that we're not being used on someone else right before us.
Your feet are exposed if you're wearing sandals or something like that. And I say ladies, but guys are wearing sandals too. So
absolutely.
When they're out there, you can be exposed to things other than just going in for a pedicure.
Absolutely. So I tend to wear flip-flops myself in the summer, but you really want to invest in things that are just a little bit more supportive if you really want to do that.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you coming in.
Thank you so much.
And hopefully we'll avoid a few problems by doing the right thing this year.
Absolutely.
By the way, you can find out more about healthy lifestyle tools and resources for the spring season online. Just go to conehealth.com/wellness-matters.
House Call on Fox 8 is sponsored by Cone Health.